dreidels. Ooh, I hung around them shells like April. Oatmeal, Oatfield. Me when I get to saying it's so real. Folk will think that it's entertaining till fly, no subliminal. That's the plight of aggravated aboriginals. My whole life I've been congregating with. I swear I graduated with just minimal effort. Lectures to me was just receive better from the king of Bedford. Stop vexing. I swear Biggie taught me lessons. My guess is his propensity for excellence might not get discussed by the adolescents, but I'm blessed with, yeah, the gift of carrying torches. Sometimes I get nervous as a suitor that's entering courtship. Ooh, then I get to feeling euphoric. Holy flow, every bar low-key should be pinned in the, ooh. And look at, she's so gorgeous, she be with me whether I was flipping a Tesla or Taurus. Ooh, I'm a mess, I'm a horror, but I've been blessed kinda sorta. Every bar brick and mortar, can't sing, but I'm known to finesse on the chorus. You can't see the flow unless you using the eye of Horus. Ooh.
Hey, look,
Now from the windy city of Chicago, baseball from beautiful Wrigley Field. Today, we'll see a contest from the National League Central between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. We've got an excellent matchup on our hands in this one. Two of the league's craftiest starters go head-to-head next. Kyle Hendricks, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Kyle Hendricks is not one of these overpowering guys. He reminds me of Greg Maddux. He's 88 to 91 with really good sink, great straight changeup, and has the slurve. Not a true curveball, not a true slider. The key to Kyle Hendricks, inducing early contact. The more pitches that hitters see, the better chance they have to hit on him. If Kyle Hendricks is on, you'll know early he'll be getting a lot of quick outs.
And the first pitch of the afternoon misses for ball one, and that's how things get underway here at Wrigley. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
3-0 now.
I feel like when you're facing a 2-pitch mix like this, sink or changeup, as an offense, the game plan has to be the fact that you have to get something elevated. You know he's not going to beat you with velocity, so it's going to come down to who executes better.
Iglesias in front, 3-1.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
Here's the 3-1. On a good pitch there as he had him fooled badly, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup or do you stay with the heater?
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away. And a moment now to glance at the Reds lineup card in this one. What's your take as they try to get back to their winning ways, D-Row?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control. And that's the wind. It's blowing in. It's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach, not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
Digging in, Jesse Winker, as we take a look at the splits between April and May. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1.
And that misses for ball 1. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, D-Row, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the case. But as an offensive player, you have to find a consistent zone. You just can't.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. His matchup numbers with Hendricks. He's a .300 hitter, 3 for 10. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Hendricks playing here in his age 29 season. He was an 8th round selection back in 2011.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
The 2-2. Sharp ground ball to third. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
At the plate, Nick Senzel. And he comes into this one really slumping. The numbers there over the past several games, not very pretty. He's set. Here it comes. This is on the ground over to first. One there. Onto the pitcher covering at first, and it's your textbook 3-6-1 double play that'll get him out of the inning. One hit's all they get. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Alex Wood, a lefty from North Carolina, gets the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, Matt, if Alex don't light your fire, you're working with wet wood. This is one of the top young left-handed pitchers in the game of baseball. Sneaky, quick, funky arm angle, 92-94, good curveball. One of the more underappreciated quality lefties in the game of baseball.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Strike one to start the at-bat. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and in fact dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, Matty B, we've got a team here that's been playing some pretty good baseball. They're not quite in first place yet, D-Row, but they're playing good and they like to stay competitive through the month of May.
Yeah, they've played okay. Let's be honest. They've hit okay. They've pitched okay. They're capable of much better than this, but it's early. We find ourselves just in the early phases of May. Ride it out and find a way to get hot.
And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And he leaps and makes the circus catch. My goodness, what a play there. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. And we all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
Here's Jason Hayward now. Lifetime history with Alex Wood. He's got 4 hits and 10 at-bats. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. The windup and the 0-1. Hot shot on the ground is short. Iglesias is there. And quickly there are 2 away. In now, Chris Bryant, and he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Wood into the windup. Here it is on 0-1. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The 0-2 once more is taken. That's ball one. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Nothing in the Cubby first. On to the second now from Wrigley with no score. Digging in, Eugenio Suarez. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway.
Eugenio Suarez.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. That strike two. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a real treat today. Guys, what can we expect from the matchup?
I think when you've been around as long as this guy has, Matt, you start to get experience on your side. One of the things he knows how to do, he misses barrels. He changes speed. He's up, down, in and out, hard, soft. He's a tough guy to get a read on, and he doesn't fall into throwing the same pitches and fall into a pattern that's easy for the opposing team to figure out.
Standing in, Derek Dietrich. His matchup numbers with Hendricks. He's got 3 base hits in 16 tries. First pitch on its way. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Hendricks has been having himself quite a year so far. With a sub-3 ERA, he has pitched like one of the league's best.
Well, Matty, these are two guys that aren't hard throwers. They're more touchy-feely guys. Hard, soft, up, down, in and out, D-row. And these are the kind of guys that can really frustrate you when you're in that batter's box.
100%, Dan. When you got a flamethrower on the mound, he's going to live and die with his good stuff. But when you got a finesse guy out there, you step out of the box and a lot of different thoughts start entering your mind. What should I sit on? This is going to be an interesting matchup.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Derek Dietrich goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
As a pitcher, you got to feel good that you had him out front. Even though he didn't pot commit on that one, it opens up a lot of weapons for you to go high fastball or throw even a better off-speed pitch.
Hit to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Set to get his day started, Javier Baez, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season.
Javier.
Here comes the first pitch.
Baez.
Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike 1. The 1-1 to 1-2 now. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. The 2-2. This is flared out towards second. And there's one away.
Okay, here's how the Reds are lining up in this one. And let's take a look at third baseman Eugenio Suarez, one of the more underrated players in our sport. Big time power from the right side, ability to crush a hanging breaking ball. Also soft hands at the hot corner. Very reactionary down there and a strong arm.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
That's the ball.
In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. Lifetime history with Alex Wood. He's just 2 for 12. Bottom of the second here with no score. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Jeanette is calling for it. 2 down. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. Stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. First pitch of the at-bat. No balls and a strike to count. Wood has his target. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on.
Ball.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Hard on the ground towards short. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. They'll move to the third with no score.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field, home of the Cubs, who've proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. With one of the best team ERAs in the league, it's pretty clear they command a lot of attention and praise. Before the game, one pitcher told me that he thinks their success comes in large part due to their strikeout abilities, a category where they also rank near the top of the league. He said even when we do get ourselves into trouble, most of us can dial up a strikeout and help get ourselves out of it. And that makes a huge difference over the course of a season. Power arms and nasty stuff. Apparently that is the key to pitching, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. First delivery to him on the way. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. A 1-1 count to Puig. The 1-2 is in off the plate. Hit hard on the ground at third. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. And with one away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. Now at the plate, Tucker Barnhart. His matchup numbers with Hendricks. He's got 8 hits in 31 tries. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Nope.
A ball and no strikes.
Nope, 1-0.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Comes in with a changeup, and it's 2-0. Third inning, no score to this point. And it's fouled away. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Count even at 2-2. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. There's ball 4.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Pitcher Alex Wood steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering, and they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. There's one. Back to the pitcher, covering. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. So stepping in, Kyle Schwarber, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. Let's see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Here's the first pitch to him. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
I mean, the obvious key right now is the movement on his two-seamer. He's able to spot it up in when he has to, and he's able to go backdoor.
One and one to Schwarber.
1-1.
Bouncer to the left side, but that finds its way through for a base hit. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Batting in, the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks.
Striding into the box, Kyle Hendricks. And we'll see how they play it here. The sacrifice may be in order with nobody out. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here, 0-1. And they'll try to get the man to third as he puts this one down. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Well, when you're trying to move a guy up to third with a bunt, that's exactly how you want to do it. Make the third baseman field the ball. That way his only play is to first. That was very well executed.
So a runner at third here with one gone, and that'll bring up the ever versatile Daniel Descalso. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a strike called in the upper part of the zone.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe. And unfortunately, he let that one go. And he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
The 2-1 home. Ball even at 2-2. Schwarber takes his lead at third with 1 away. A bouncer up the middle. Only play will be to first, as we'll see our first run score here, as this is a 1-0 ball game.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Winker is after it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So 1 run here on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. On now to the top of inning number 4. Cubs lead it 1-0. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Iglesias, a former Detroit Tiger, he signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Ready now, Jesse Winker, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. 1-0 pitch is a sinker, swung on and missed. 1-1.
You know, the old adage is you never throw a lefty down and in because their ability to turn and burn, and this pitcher's taking that to heart. He is throwing everything away right here.
The count now at 2-1. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up, as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Stepping into the box, Nick Senzel. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. A ball and a strike. No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Got to execute a good pitch right here. Runner at first is probably going to be on the move, and you got one of the better hitters on their team up at the plate.
Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
So 2 are gone now for the Reds in their half of the 4th. And into the batter's box next, a guy who's developed into one of the big-time power hitters in the league, Eugenio Suarez. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Into the corner and slicing foul. Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in safely. Runners off for second. Pitch inside the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throwdown that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Digging in now, Jason Hayward. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here it comes.
Jason.
In there, 0-1.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Popped him up. Suarez over to his right. 1 away.
Now batting.
Good time now to check out the Reds' Road to the Show report, as you see a couple of guys in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves as of late. Here's Chris Bryant now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First offering on its way. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is drilled, but right into the shift. And that's the second out.
Now batting.
Here's Javier Baez. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
1 run, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. Woods ready. The 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Right to Iglesias. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But they're on top 1-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds offense with their manager between innings. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said that collectively as a group, their timing appears to be way off. As a result, they're often getting blown away at the plate or simply fighting pitches off. In the dugout, they're talking about getting things started a little bit earlier and simplifying their swings to give themselves a little bit more time to get the bat through the zone. We'll see if they're able to make those adjustments, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Well, partway through this one, and it's safe to say that both of these starters have brought their best stuff, and each lineup looks a bit helpless out there.
Well, this one's kind of gone as we thought, D-Roll. Both of these command pitchers down in the strike zone, moving the ball up, down, in and out, making it very difficult for these hitters to put anything together.
Yeah, a lot of soft contact, a lot of indecision on the part of both offenses. Nobody seems to want to pot commit to any pitch because these guys are really mixing and matching.
The 2-2 one more time. Slapped hard the opposite way. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Stepping in, Derek Dietrich. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Suarez on at first, nobody out. Good pitch there down below the zone, got him to go after it. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good, but to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
Into the box now, Scooter Gennett, as he'll take a look at ball 1. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Working for the punch out and the offering. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch, And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Yasiel Puig stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding his on.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Reds leave 1. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Anthony Rizzo stands in now.
Leading off for the Cubs, the first baseman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Rizzo.
Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
2-1 the count. The 2-1 home. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rizzo. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 1-0 the count. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Senzel ranging forward. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Up next for the Cubs.
So striding forward now, Kyle Schwarber. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
And that's been their only hit so far in this one. They've been dealing with some really great pitching in this game.
In there for strike 1.
Here's a perfect situation. 2 outs, bases empty, power hitter at the plate. He ain't looking for a single and hoping to pass the baton. This guy's looking to do damage.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Well, you're in trouble at the plate if you fall behind this guy 0-2, so that was a good job to hold up right there.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. Full count still. 2 out, nobody on. Popped up. Wood in foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 3-2 pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And take a good look there as this misses for ball 4, and the Cubs have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Man, as a pitcher, I can tell you that is so frustrating. He's got 2 outs, and he wants to get that 3rd out as quickly and painlessly as possible, but that hitter makes him work his tail off, and he still loses him.
Riding in once again, Kyle Hendricks. Here's the first pitch to him. Soft liner towards short. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. One left for the Cubs, but they're up 1-0. Into the box now, Tucker Barnhart. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes to the Reds catcher.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
Here now the 2-2. Drilled. Oh, it's off the third base bag. And he will reach it first, but it's very possible that he might have had 2 bases there had that ball not hit the bag.
The pitcher, number 40, Alex Wood.
So here now's the pitcher, Alex Wood. And we'll likely see him square around to bunt. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Barnhart gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And that's out number 1. Ready once again, Jose Iglesias, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
It'll be interesting to see if the pitcher goes back to that. I don't know if the hitter was trying to work the ball the other way, but whatever it was, it just did not look good.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
The batter.
Now at the plate, Jesse Winker. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. He's set. The 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at offense.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. 1 left for Cincinnati. They trail this one 1-0. Play Daniel Descalso. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Daniel Descalso.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And this will be fouled away. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. He takes the turn and heads for second. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double.
Managers these days like to think of that 9-hole hitter as the second leadoff man, and he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
Runner at second now. Nobody out. And in to bat next is Albert Almora. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 0-1 the count. A runner at second, nobody out. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Just getting blown away so far. No reason to throw anything else to speed up his bat. Just stay right there.
Weak grounder down the line at third. And there's one down now. Runner at second, one away, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A ball and no strikes.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Now the 2-0. 2 balls and a strike to count. Descalso, the runner at second with one away. Line softly toward the hole. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Now batting, third baseman.
Well, when you're making that throw all the way across, you've got to make sure you gather and fire, because if you don't, the ball will sink on you. Look like he tried to finesse that one a bit too much, and they'll hit him with an error.
Stepping in now, Chris Bryant. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. Into the bleachers and gone.
I can tell you one thing, you might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Into the box, Javier Baez, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. 2-0 now.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. There to make the play is Puig for route number 2. Digging in, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo.
First offering on its way. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. 3 runs already home here. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Jeanette is there on to Dietrich at first, and that'll end the inning. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run home run. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up to start the 7th. It's now 4-0 Chicago. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front. And before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point.
Leading off for Cincinnati.
Digging in once again, Nick Senzel. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hard hit ball to second. And that's through into right. So a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
The batter, the third baseman, Eugenio
So here's the cleanup hitter, Eugenio Suarez, a hit in 2 tries so far. Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in. First pitch of the at-bat. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And no advance. It's ball 1. Two and 0.
You can't allow this offense to get going right here. Leadoff man on doesn't kill us. Let's try and roll a double play right here. Let's execute a good pitch down and away. See if we can get a ground ball and rely on your defense a little bit.
Senzel aboard here at first with nobody out. The 2-1 home. Taken, strike 2. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
This is where you step out, adjust the batting gloves, and take a deep breath. You have to slow the moment down. I know you want to be a hero, but that pitch right there, a great executed changeup, had this batter way out in front.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time is laid off of for ball number 3.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas. So when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
A payoff pitch one more time. And that misses, ball 4. So it's 1st and 2nd now with only 1 away.
And when your pitch count gets over 100, you've got to expect them to lose a little bit of accuracy out there. And I think if he gets in any more trouble, they might come get him. We'll see if he can finish strong.
Ready for another shot now. Scooter Gennett. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. A ball and a strike.
Hey, that's got to throw the batter's game plan off a little bit. He thinks sinker's coming. Double play situation. He gets the ordinary fastball. He's got to be thinking what's coming next.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. There's Descalso. On the first, it's a double play as their woes continue. Now in the box, Wilson Contreras. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances.
Wilson.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. And he looks at a ball. 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
The 1-2. fouled away. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
When you're this deep into a start, it can be really exhausting and annoying when a hitter makes you work as hard as he did right there. He got the strikeout, that's great, but he's probably thinking, get that guy out of here.
No balls and a strike to count. Schwarber playing here in his age 26 season. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting.
And now the Cubs pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at-bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning.
Cubs are down in order, but they hold a 4-0 lead. And now is Yasiel Puig. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip.
Yeah, and a borderline call, Matty. I don't know. I got to feel like he's got to build a rapport with this umpire, this AB. See how far he'll go in or out. He can't allow himself to go down looking again.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
I got the count. 2-2.
The 2-2 one more time. Hit hard up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Send it back right where it came from.
Now pitching for the Chicago
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And he's going to motion for the bullpen as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. 7 solid innings for him in this one as he gave his club a very strong outing indeed. 2-0 now. The 2-0 on the way is in there for strike 1.
You know, he fell behind 2-0, Matty, but he battled right there and got right back in this count. An aggressive fastball middle of the zone.
Here's the 2-1. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Puig on at first, nobody out. On the ground is short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. The Cubs are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter, and he'll be very happy with how the day went.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
Scott Schebler will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Pinch hitting for the Reds, number 43, Scott Schebler.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Still struggling at the plate with an average well under 200. 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Set to deliver the 0-1. Fastball well outside. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. None left for Cincinnati. They trail here. Amir Garrett is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. From the stretch, there's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. That's wide. 2-0.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. 3-1.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again. Yeah, that strategy is great when it works, but when it doesn't, it's ugly. And he was here to face one guy, and he couldn't get it done.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Albert Almora. He struggled at the top of the lineup in this one, hitless to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball hit hard toward first. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, or probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, going to have to do it right now.
Up next for the Cubs, the third baseman, Fred.
At the plate, Chris Bryant. He had that big 3-run homer in his last appearance. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. They lead it 4-0. Number 56 gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief. Leading off the inning, Jose Iglesias, and they'll need him to get something going here. This is on the ground over first, and that is into right field, so the leadoff man's aboard here to kick off the 9th.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
In now, Jesse Winker, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag, and the runner back easily. Iglesias gets his lead at first, nobody out. And another snap throw to the bag. And he'll get back in safely. Has a look, now the pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Coming to the plate now, Nick Senzel. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid one hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Perhaps wisely, another look to first. Throw is up the line as it gets away. He's set, and the pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike. One out and a runner on second base. Hit high and deep to right center. On the move is Hayward. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right, so he's 90 feet away now with two men gone.
That was a nice job to track that one down to the alley because it definitely saved the run from scoring. Instead, he's only able to move up to third.
So coming to the plate, Eugenio Suarez. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
And no swing, apparently. Ball one. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. The Reds down to their last strike. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. Throw on to first will be in time to get him. And the Cubs have taken games 1 and 2 here at home as this one is over.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
4-0 the score this afternoon. Chicago earned the victory despite only collecting 4 total hits. Kyle Hendricks earns his 8th victory of the season. Alex Wood takes the loss despite working 7 strong innings. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa. Dan,
Hey, grab that right there.